All right, so we know that stress is a bad thing. We don't want to be stressed. There are so many proven negative side effects of being stressed. A little bit of stress is good, it's good for you, it's okay, but too much is not a good thing. So I wanted to make this video to tell you some of the things that I do to stay stress-free and be relatively, as low stress as I can possibly be, even while being extremely busy. So I'm gonna roll my regular intro. I just wanted to start off the video by saying that, but I'm gonna roll my regular intro and tell you about the official title and topic, and then we'll get into what I do. So let's roll the regular intro. Let's do this. Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and more specifically tell you how I stay stress-free while being really busy. That's right. How I stay stress-free while being really, extremely, unbelievably busy. I lead a busy lifestyle, okay? Let's just get into this, okay? So essentially, I have 4 young kids. My oldest is my son, Luke. He is 6. My oldest daughter is Olivia. She is 4. And then we have twin youngest girls. The youngest kids are 2 twin girls, Claire and Kate, that are 2. Now, at the time of me filming this, that's their ages, but you're going to see this probably about a year later because I do my stuff in advance. That's how busy I am. I literally do all my stuff, like a lot of my videos are filmed well over a year in advance. So I'm filming this in September of 2023. You're probably going to see this in December of 2024. Okay, that's where I'm at with my schedule now. So yeah, essentially that's their ages now, and when you see this, they'll all be basically a year older, okay? And I was gonna say like 4.5, 6.5, whatever, just 6 is the oldest, 4 is the second oldest, and then twins that are 2 are the youngest, okay? So that alone already is a massive job. Being a parent and an involved parent to 4 young kids is a massive job because I literally spend every possible moment with them, in the sense that if they're not at daycare or school, I'm with them, literally. Anything I do is done when they're at daycare or school or after they're in bed. Literally, if they are, if they're awake and they're not at daycare or school, then I'm with them, right? So obviously I get my stuff done. Like right now they're at daycare and school, that's why I can film this content. But like even mowing the lawn, I'll mow the lawn after they're in bed. If my wife's inside with them, sort of holding down the fort, I'll mow the lawn at like 8:30 p.m. when everyone's in bed, right? When they're like well in bed. They go to bed at about 7:15, but when they're like, well into their bedtime. That alone in itself is crazy. I have this channel. I literally, right now, I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate more people, but I run this channel. It's my channel. I started it. I make all the content myself. I upload it all myself. I do everything myself. All my thumbnails are done by me. All my descriptions, the metadata is done by me. I do everything. The video ideas, I don't outsource a single thing right now. I'm trying to get a little bit of a team formed, but right now it's just me. Right? So that in itself, okay? Up until recently, I was working as a full-time teacher, full-time elementary school teacher. Right now, I'm in the process of sort of transitioning to a more going more full-time with my online businesses. But, up until literally not that long ago, I was full-time as an elementary school teacher. Even while I had 4 kids, even while I was running all my online businesses, which include mainly the channel, but I have other stuff that I have as well. In addition to that, I keep my house, I try and keep it at least in good shape. If there's any projects, most of the time I try and do them myself. I try and, I do all the laundry in my house, I do all the dishes in my house, blah, 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 blah. So I'm not trying to brag here, but I am extremely busy, okay? And I like to think that I stay relatively stress-free. I'm not like 100% stress-free. I do go through moments when I'm anxious, when I'm worked up, when I'm a little bit on edge, of course. But I like to think that with all that being said, I'm pretty much stress-free. Okay, now these are the 4 things that I do, honestly, and they really help me out. So number 1 is I do what I love. Okay, so basically, throughout the day, I try to make sure that every day I do things that I love. My thought about an ideal life is someone that works and accomplishes enough things in a day where they can feel fulfilled and also gets a chance to spend a ton of time with the people that they love. Right now, I'm living that life right now. So, and I have been for a while. Essentially, I've been able to accomplish, many things throughout the day or nights, weekends, evenings. I've been able to accomplish a lot on a daily basis, and I still got to spend basically like the maximum amount of time with my kids and my wife. So basically, I get to do what I love. And waking up being so excited to go and just get it every single day, honestly, that in itself is a stress reliever, because I wake up and I'm like, let's go. I say to my kids, right? I'm going to say every day's the Olympics for me, especially days when I'm filming. When I'm filming, like today, I'm doing 17 videos today. This is actually the last one that I'm filming for today. This is the 17th one, so I'm excited. I'm going to go eat some lunch shortly and get some water, drink some water because I'm super dehydrated, and a little bit more coffee. But, and yes, people think I drink like 4 or 5 coffees a day. I have 1 or 2. Usually, always I have at least 1, and most of the time a second coffee. And like 1 in the morning for sure, and then most of the time a second one in the afternoon. That's it. But I'm still on my morning coffee right now. Anyways, you know, every day's the Olympics, especially like on a day today when I wake up and I'm ready to film, I'm like pumped up as if I'm ready to like go get a gold medal. And it's like, to someone else, they might think, you're just making 17 videos. But to me, this is my Olympics. Like every time I'm ready to film, I'm like, let's go, baby, let's go. I'm pumped up. No one's home right now. Don't worry, so I can scream. But yeah, number 1, do what you love. I do what I love, and honestly, it is a massive stress reliever. Number 2, eliminate your biggest worry and stressor. So everyone's got a big stressor, a big thing that makes them stressed out, a big worry, something they're worried about. And if you can eliminate that, or at least reduce it as much as possible, you know, then you'll be okay. So for me, like my biggest worry and stressor is like kind of like the overarching idea of security. So that kind of goes a few different ways. Like not in this priority order, just in general, I'm going to say what it sort of encompasses. Like financial security, like having enough money. Thankfully, my wife and I have worked really hard. We've gotten to the point where we're like financially secure. Like we both don't ever have to work again, basically, and we'll be totally fine. I'm gonna still work, and she's working right now, but you know, like financial security is not an issue. And then like house security, right? I have a massive camera system. High-end locks. I've kind of made my house as secure, super crazy alarm system. I've kind of made my house as secure as I can possibly make it realistically without being, crazy, without it hitting the level of like absolute lunacy of security. I've made it fairly secure. I would like to think as secure as I can. Security for my family, for my kids, make sure everybody's safe. I have, as much in place as possible to make sure that my wife and my kids, my parents, my sisters, brother-in-laws, nieces, nephews, that I can contribute to the safety of them as much as I possibly can. So like by building out, one of my big fears was not having enough. Not having enough money, not having enough space. I already addressed money, but like space. We moved into a house that has more than enough room, right? So like, for me, by making moves in the past few years, I've taken the stuff that I'm worried about the most and I've eliminated them. Even in terms of safety, even in terms of overall house safety, like making sure my house is a safe place. Not the security, but making sure inside is a safe place. I have lots of things here that make my house as safe as it can possibly be. In terms of smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, like I don't even want to tell you how many I have. So we have 5 levels. It's not a 5-story house, but we have 5. It's a side split, a split level house they call it. And there's 5 halves of a level. So you got like one upper floor, then you got like the second story, like the upper floor. You have the upper main, the lower main, the upper basement, the lower basement. So you have 5 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, essentially. 2 levels of a basement, 2 levels of a main floor, and then half a level, 1 level, which is like half of a footprint of the upper floor. Okay, anyways, with that being said, I put, and every floor has at least 1 carbon monoxide detector, 1 smoke detector, and every bedroom has a carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector as well. So for me, I've made moves that I'm I literally anything that would have stressed me out, most of the time I've already addressed it. Right? And by doing that, you can get yourself to be stress-free. If something bothers you all the time, right? Just address it. If it's something that you can fix once and it never has to stress you out again, just do it, right? That's a key factor. So, oh man, I'm already at 9 minutes. It's a long video. I do apologize. Okay. Number 3, the third thing that I do is make time for me. So literally, number 3, the third thing that I do, like I said before, it threw me off because of the length of the video so far. Number 3 is that I make time for me. Now, like I said, I spend so much time with my wife and my kids. I work like crazy, so I'm not here gallivanting all day doing fun stuff. No, that's not what it is. But for myself, essentially, I love playing video games. I'm a video game collector. I'm growing my collection by the week at this point. And it's just, I can go and get the games, but the play the games is hard. So for me, essentially what I do is like when everyone's in bed, including my wife, a couple nights a week, I'm alone, you know, on the main floor, and I'll play video games for like an hour or two. And I'm just sacrificing my sleep. So essentially, instead of going to bed at, let's say, like 11, right? If my wife goes up at 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'll stay up till 12:30, 1, whatever the case is, 12, 12:30, 1, and I'll play video games a couple nights a week. So that's how I make time for me. I don't make other people pay for my own time. I make myself pay. I lose a little bit of sleep and I make time for me. That's the key there, okay? You don't want to make other people pay because then they're going to criticize you and they'll you know, they won't like you as much, and then essentially you're not going to be stress-free. The way you become stress-free is by removing something of your own to make time for you, right? You take from yourself to give to yourself. Think about it like that, okay? Because then not only do you make time for yourself to do something you love, but you feel good about it because you took it from yourself to give it to yourself. So like you feel accomplished while doing that, okay? And that brings me to number 4, the fourth thing that I do to be stress-free. Number 4 is to, I'm losing track on my paper here. That threw me off the timing of this video. Anyways, number 4 is to achieve things constantly and push yourself. So like literally every day, I'll write down a list of what I need to do, and I'll hammer down on a list, and I don't necessarily finish the list every day, but I'll literally have a massive list of things that I've achieved every single day, constantly. You gotta push yourself. I'm pushing myself to be uncomfortable to my limits constantly. You gotta push yourself. It makes you relieve your stress, right? If I'm going to work out, you know, another thing, just so you know, like I didn't write this down, but if I'm going to work out, I got an elliptical here in the basement and some weights. If I'm going to work out in the basement, you know, I will actually, you know, bring my Nintendo Switch down there and I'll play while I'm working out. That makes me feel accomplished, and it makes time for myself, and I get to move and exercise. Like if you can do something like that, it's a massive stress reliever, right? I'm moving and I'm sweating. I'm making time for myself by playing my video games, you know, and also I'm accomplishing something because I'm, you know, on the elliptical. Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, you can figure out how to be stress-free. You know, like, I think the goal is to be stress-free. Like, a lot of people are like, I want to be rich. Yeah, money's great. Oh, I want to have free time. Free time is great. But if you're stressed out, then it's not so great. So the key for me is, like, I think happiness comes from being stress-free. And a lot of people think, oh, if I just relax all day and I get to watch TV all day, that'll be stress-free. That could not be further from the truth. I know so many people that watch TV all day, read the newspaper, drink coffee, they do nothing. And it is not stress-free. I obviously know the other side, which is people who work way too much, and it's not stress-free either. You need to have a balance of these essentially 4 areas: accomplishing things, making time for yourself, eliminating those things that stress you out, and doing something you love, right? And you know, make sure you are accomplishing things. Don't make it too easy. You want your life to be not too easy and not too hard. If you can make a life that isn't too hard and isn't too easy, it falls right in between. That, I think, is the key factor for relieving stress and being stress-free. And that's honestly it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Honestly, I wanted to make it about a 5-minute video, and I'm coming close to about like 13 minutes now. Sorry, I do apologize, but you know, I don't know, like I never used to do videos like this because, to be honest with you, this probably won't do that well. Like in terms of a business aspect, a video like this probably is not going to do as well as a different tutorial that I can do. But honestly, I feel like it's good because other people can learn a lot from what I've learned and as I explain it. And a video like this, honestly, I do it for myself too. So like even if this only gets like 50 views or 100 views, well, it'll probably get at least a few hundred. But even if it only gets a few hundred views and it's a complete flop, I'm still happy that I got this video done. It allows me to express myself. So yeah, that's basically it. It helps me be stress-free. That's it. If you like this video, rant, explanation, whatever you want to call it, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.